Hey, I mean, YouTubers. I did about 1,000 Facebook things, so that's why that crept in there. I still haven't moved my camera; it's still up here. So how's your Saturday going? Ours is uneventful. I got up this morning early. I got up about 5:30, quarter six. Not because the tractors across the street were working, but is just woke up. So I got up, took a shower, fed the cats, um, typical morning thing, and then started my day. Um, as for what's my day been like today, I want to say uneventful. The biggie for the day was I did make a trip to the store, cost less foods, and what did I get there? I got just things for the house really. Told us out for the next week. Um, I got God, I can't remember what I got. I think I got tilapia for dinner tonight. Tilapia is that freshwater trout or fish, comes from my nose itch, Vietnam, and we cook a lot of it. Has no flavor, by the way. So any flavor that you put on it is the flavor that the fish will have. And what else did I pick up? I think I got a couple bottles of Diet Dr Pepper. I just $40 worth of stuff, so it wasn't much. I mean, they did even give me a shopping bag. Oh, I got a loaf of sourdough French bread. That's to go for tonight. Um, anyway, as for today, like I said, it's been kind of uneventful. Our good friend Sonny Barker was they had a service today over in Stockton, and I should tell you that in all my years of knowing Sonny, I've never met Sonny. I knew his wife, former wife, Sharon. I knew his brother-in-law, Billy, and I knew hundreds of club members. But Sonny was always in prison, and he never and I never really got to meet. I was invited to a couple of his parties, and um, I told one of the people that invited us, I said, I really want to go to a Hell's Angel party, have my license and my card run by the FBI to see who I am. Yeah, years ago, Pat and I filmed a wedding for the Hells Angels, and it was up at Brookdale Lodge. It was a nice wedding. About 200 um, Hells Angels were there, and about 200 cops. I mean, they were in trees. They were hiding behind cars, and one even fell out of a tree. And just I mean, no reason for it. I mean, there was nothing going on. It was a nice wedding. It was at Brookdale Lodge. They had a nice after dinner party, and but no one no one did anything. And which I suspect is what happened today at Sonny's service. It wasn't a funeral; it's a service, and I don't know where he's going to be buried. I do know that he was born here in Modesto, so it's very likely that he'll be buried here in Modesto. My nose itched. But I don't know that for sure. As for what else is going on, it was nice today. The sun was warm, probably high 80s today, and I hear bikes going by, a lot of them. And to my knowledge, I think like somebody's service is just now going. I think it started at 5 o'clock, so I don't know that that's over with. But I would imagine when it is over with, they're holding it at the Stockton Speedway, I believe. And that's where I read. And they're expecting anywhere from 6 to 10,000 people, and hopefully there will be no problems at all. In the past, there have been problems. We used to be good friends with the president of the San Jose Hells Angels, and he was at I won't say a party. It was in Pahrump, Nevada, and he got shot and killed. And when they had his service, which was in San Jose at I think Evergreen Cemetery or something like that, there was someone was shot, and then the president of Frisco HA, he was also a friend of ours, and he was killed by guy from right here in Modesto, and you know, the guy first he was a nice guy. I mean, to us, he was a nice guy. So I don't know why they killed him. I could think of a lot of reasons, but knowing two presidents in 2 years of the HA killed, that's kind of bad. Um, yeah, I've had a lot of friends in the HA that have, when they will get arrested and all of a sudden they end up dead. One was, I called him Big Jim, and others called him the Enforcer. So you know what he did. He worked for he was a collector for the Oakland Hells Angels. Now, he once sold a car to a football star from Oakland Raiders, Kenny Stabler, and he sold Kenny the Corvette. And Kenny stopped paying the bills that were due monthly. And um, Jim was over, and he said, "Bill, do you know this guy Ken Stabler?" I said, "Well, I don't know him personally, but I know of him. Yeah, he plays for the Raiders." Well, he bought a Corvette, and he's let his payments go in the rear. He said, I don't know what to do about it." And I said, Jim, think how powerful Ken Stabler is. And if the Hells Angels were to give Ken Stabler that Corvette, that would mean a lot. They gave him the Corvette. And I don't even know if Ken Stabler is still alive. Yeah, I just, I sure went pop. I don't keep track of them. But, I've known a lot of them over the years, and they were never, ever problems for me. Like when my wife and I did the wedding, there were 200 Hells Angels at the wedding. Never a problem. The cops were the problem. I think law enforcement creates their own problems, and they trip over each other, and they do they do weird things. And um, at this wedding, uh, like I said, they were hanging on trees, and one guy fell out of a tree, uh, and they do things, and I don't know what it is. The mentality of the law enforcement or the FBI, I should say. I was studying at Cabrillo College when I first got out of high school. I studied Cabrillo College for 2 years to become a law enforcement officer. Unfortunately, my schoolmates all got in trouble in Santa Cruz. The famous Santa Cruz Five. They killed somebody, and what they did was they threw him off the bridge at what the park is at. Anyway, it's a little park in front of the county building. Can't think of the name. I used to run the spring fair there for years. But yeah, they threw him off the bridge and he died. Yeah, it happens. And they all got fired. I mean, fired for murder. But not a one of them got arrested. I suspect it was because they couldn't point and say who actually threw the guy over. I wasn't there. Actually, my wife and I were across the street at a restaurant called Castanola's when it happened. But we didn't witness it happening. Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So hopefully your Saturday is going well. Ours is going. It's kind of quiet out here in the orchard country. A lot of cars out there today. A lot of motorcycles. But then I think the reason for all the motorcycles is Sonny Burger's service out in Stockton. See, to get to Stockton, they would come up our street and head over that way. Avoids a lot of traffic, and I don't think that they really wanted to ride Highway 99. It's full of cops. I mean, you know, the cops would be watching for anybody and everybody. Trust me on that one. So I suspect they take, you know, go up 132 and take that way. I suspect. I don't know for sure, but that's what I would do. I don't break the law intentionally. Usually, what can I say? Um, and let's see what else is going on. You know what I'm going to do is, well, I won't do it next week, unless I do it on Friday. Is get a haircut. Um, and I went by the gal that cuts my hair all the time. She cuts my hair about every 3 months, and she goes, Bill, your hair's getting long. I said, yeah. And I said, no money. And she goes, oh, I can, I'm part of that too. And I said, but you got a job that pays well. She goes, you on retirement probably make more than I do. I don't know. I didn't ask her. And so anyway, beyond that, I'll probably call this an end. I like to, I'm trying to get adjusted to this and see where I'm going to go with it. I don't know yet. It's going to take me some time. Like I said, I had a Facebook one, and I did about 1,000 videos there. But and this on YouTube, I've got some YouTube videos, and I've had almost 1,000 views, or 1,000, uh, uh, more than since 25,000, 60,000 views on it. So I know what to do there. I just haven't come up with the right scripts and what I want to do. See, I don't even know what I'm going to be doing. I talk to a lot of people on what I should do, and I can tell you, sitting here and enjoying talking with you, I enjoy it, yes, but it's not really where I want to be. I like about making events. So have yourself a wonderful Saturday evening. Be safe. And I'm going to do myself. Uh, be very, very safe. Bye bye now.